Dude, you're gonna blow my ear.
Your host, Daniel Perez, all the way from the land of Texas, where there are no mountains and no beaches.
There's no beaches in Texas? And I'm Messi Morales. I'm the other co-host of this podcast. And yeah, it's a fun day.
We are your unqualified heroes.
Yeah.
It is a crazy day. We were supposed to be recording 3 hours ago. I had some serious technical difficulties.
We're still having
I
technical
am currently
difficulties.
using a lot of random things. If you don't know, one, I'm not using my laptop. Two, I have a suitcase on top of my dining table to elevate my phone. So it's recording my face. That's why there's this weird shadow, because the light is hitting the stand and the suitcase.
So
Look, it's been a weird day.
Yeah,
You're just gonna have to deal with it.
So if you're just listening and not actually looking at what Danny is talking about, you should go to YouTube and actually subscribe, share, like, and enjoy yourself.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah. Do it that
You wouldn't
aggressively.
know what I did unless you
Or on
saw
YouTube.
the video.
Yeah.
And smash the subscribe button. So, yeah, we are going to be talking about Secret Invasion Episode 2 and a couple other things that happened in
The week.
world.
The week, yeah.
But not the real world. Well, I guess it is the real world. We got actors. Messi, you posted a video. What did you talk about?
Okay, so back a couple months ago, I'm not sure what month it was. I know it was this year, probably beginning of the year. James Gunn decided to drop his slate, his chapter, Gods and Monsters. And he said his first movie is going to be Superman Legacy. And we have been waiting for the cast of this Superman. And we finally got it. We finally got Superman. And obviously his love interest, Lois Lane. Of course, you can't have Superman without Lois. So, while I look up the information, because as you know, I am not the best.
I got their names because
You got the names?
I know you don't know names.
I don't know names. I am the worst person on
it's
names.
David Cornsweet,
Or something like that.
who is in he's not in very famous things, but David Cornsweet, he's a very good-looking guy. Apparently, he has been compared to Henry Cavill
A younger
multiple
version
times.
of Henry
If he didn't, younger, less without a beard, Henry Cavill, basically, and he's not as bulky. I guess Henry Cavill's a very, very big, bulky guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, David gets a little bit more bulky for this role.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
it's still 2023. The movie comes out in 2025, so he has like about a year for him to bulk up, because I'm for sure they're not gonna shoot the movie on 2025 unless the movie comes out at Christmas time and it's on in January. But so he has time. He has time to bulk up. Maybe he's working already. Maybe the photo that he posted is old photo, but hopefully he bulks up.
I think he'll bulk up. Every time someone lands a role that's like a superhero role, they always go through some crazy workout regime, and makes me wish I was them. Because I'm not them.
Of course. Or they just put muscles, fake muscles, just like they did with
That's true. You can
a
always
lot of
have fake
superheroes.
ones. But I feel like if you have a shirtless scene, then
That's true. That's true.
anyways, the Lois is not the Lois I wanted from the finalists that they had. I wanted another Lois, but this is fine. I'll live with it. It is Rachel Brosnahan.
Something like that.
Brosnahan. Yeah, something
like that. We don't know names. But she's cool.
Messi wanted her very badly.
She's a very good actress. She is from the marvelous Mrs. Maisel from the Amazon Prime. She killed it on that show. She has won, and that show has won multiple Emmys and awards, and she's a very good actress. So I am very, very excited because according to James Gunn, out of the three actresses that they were up the role. He just got the most wow of her. Obviously, she got picked, so I'm excited. I'm more excited for her than him because I actually know of her and seeing like like these so actors or actresses that you see in other projects like they're so good and you see them on a project that you are so excited to see. So like
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm more excited to see her in her role. Superman, we got so many Supermans. Like honestly, it's not changing my life at this moment. But we got him. We finally
But
got
we
him.
also got, but if every Superman we've gotten a Lois.
Yeah, but I mean, well, last Lewis that I remember was from Superman
Everyone
and
knows
Lewis.
the Smallville Lois was the best
Yeah,
Lois.
I guess I never seen the show, but I have heard that this is best.
What?
Yeah, I never seen the show
Oh my God! What are you? Why are you watching freaking Miss Maisel when there is Smallville
because
on and
I don't know where to see it.
Hulu? It's on Hulu.
But Hulu has commercials. I'm broke. I pay for the commercial version of it. Well, I don't. I don't pay for it. But there's still commercials. I hate commercials. I don't like commercials.
Bruh. Do some push-ups while there's a commercial going
I
on or
should. I
something.
should do push. I should book up. I should book up like he is booking. No, I should book down. I'm too fat. I need to.
Every com- every commercial you do either sit-ups or push-ups.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'll watch Smallville before Superman comes out.
Bro, you'd get jacked by the bro. Smallville is 9 or 10 seasons. You'd be
Oh
jacked
my
by the time
god!
that
I'm just gonna like watch a recap on YouTube like about Smallville.
No, they're all so
But I
good.
seen clips and the CGI is really bad. I know it's an old show. I know it's an old show, but like I can't do it.
It literally looks like the same CGI from The Flash.
That's bad. That's so bad. That's not hyping it up at all. Oh, that's so bad. What?
It's got 2023 CGI.
Oh my god! I need that 2009 like old
That
Transformers
2009
CGI.
CGI.
Yeah, that's not the best CGI until I don't know what happened to CGI, man. Like there was,
They're overworked. That's what's happening.
that's true, and that's I guess studios don't care no more because they know people are gonna go see it. They just don't care no more
Yep.
at this
The
time.
studios don't care, and then the workers are just like too overworked, so they can't do anything.
We should
Anyways, so those are our Superman 2025. Yeah.
Superman Legacy.
But there is something even bigger potentially than a cast of Superman. And that is Jonathan Majors,
We haven't talked
the
about him.
face of this saga. Basically, well, potentially might not be the face, but we got actually news that is very good for those who are hoping Jonathan Majors is innocent and you know he gets redeemed in a sense and remains Kang and all that. Basically, today, as of this recording, the basically the whole trial is basically saying that he assaulted his ex-girlfriend. Well, today that ex-girlfriend was actually arrested for assault on Jonathan Majors. So they basically looked over here's the quote. I'm going to read it off. Within hours of viewing the evidence and conducting their own thorough investigation, the NYPD found probable cause to arrest Grace Jabari, which is the ex-girlfriend, for assaulting Jonathan Majors. Majors still has to face court on August 3rd based on the allegations, but from what I'm hearing, he's just going to court for the official thing now. This isn't like really for evidence. Like it seems like they already got the evidence. The girl found that she was the one that did it and basically pinned it on him, which is really messed up. Actually, that's so messed up.
It is messed up.
Like I was like, oh, maybe he. Because here's what I was thinking: either he did it, or he was innocent and she just did a lie. And like there was never an assault, but she just lied.
Yeah.
But it's even worse that she did it and he's the one that got arrested for it.
It happens a lot. It honestly happens a lot. But we're not in the position to
So basically, she is what's her name? What's her name from
Amber Heard.
Aquaman?
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. This is the next Amber Heard. That's messed up. Redeem Jonathan Majors. So we should still be getting our Kang, and I
Hopefully.
think after this court date, he hopefully should be pronounced innocent, and Marvel will announce their slate going forward because I think that this was the big holdup. Not well, one of the big holdups besides the writer's strike of what to go going forward because they didn't really know if he would be innocent or guilty. But Majors probably innocent. That girl is a turd, and third-degree aggravated harassment and assault.
People suck.
She claimed Majors did, but really it was the opposite, supposedly. What the NYPD at least found.
People suck. People suck nowadays. They just, I don't know. But
This is why I say girls suck, because girls suck. I say that having a wife. But besides my wife,
yeah, girls do suck. But it's okay. Not all girls suck. Some girls are cool. But
that's true.
yeah. But I do have a question for you. You mentioned another reason why San Diego is not happening with Marvel. You mentioned the writer stuff. How long do you think it's gonna keep going? Because it's been going for a while now. Like
Months.
it's
I think it's going to go on for a while, at least till what's today? This is end of June, so we're going into July, August, at least September, October, maybe.
wow.
It might even be longer, because if you think about it, Spider-Verse just got released, has all the accolades. Well, it doesn't have accolades yet because it just got released, but has all the praise for this movie, and they had to delay it because for some reason they thought they could release the movie in less than a year, even though it took them years to do certain scenes. But there was actually quotes from people who worked on the movie that were working 7-hour days, not 7-hour days, 7 days a week, 12-hour days, and basically this is what we've been hearing all over the industry with Marvel and stuff like that. But now this is other industries too. Well, I mean, that's the whole point of the writer's strike because it's also under other industries. But like, everyone is just pumping out, like just squeezing a sponge basically out of these writers, which is actually also really messed up. I think what's also messed up is the fact that it's taking so long, and I think it's gonna take longer for them to just pay them more. Just pay them more. You got money.
I don't even think it's about the paying no more. Like paying more. This is my understanding, and I'm pretty sure.
And giving them better schedules and stuff.
Exactly, because you because we were talking about earlier about essays. You roll out a lot of essays. An essay takes a lot of time and a lot of like process and thinking and stuff like that. But like storytelling is like the double of that. And then to do like let's say WandaVision, for example, WandaVision had 9 episodes. One episode got cut out because due to COVID and whatever. But that's a lot of stuff. And then after WandaVision, we have like 20 plus shows already. Or I don't know, I'm just making a number. But 20 plus projects because Phase 4 has what, 20 projects or more? Something like that. Of all the shows and movies combined.
Something like that.
That's a lot of projects. That's more than Phase 1, 2, 3. So they need the time, and obviously one, mental health, because all you do is work. and just writing fictional stories. Eventually, you create your own life is based on a lie. Um, you need sleep. You need to spend time with your own families if you have a family as a writer. Like you need a life, and I guess I think me thinking that's what they're striking for. They It's too much work.
On life.
They need exactly. If you do what you love with no life, what's the point of it? You're not enjoying it. You're
Yeah.
I think that's what they're striking for. I don't think it's about the pay. I think it's about overworking their people.
Well, I think it's both, but the overwork is definitely the main reason. Because you're overworked. I mean, what? I come out of work and I have a normal scheduled day, and I'm gassed. I'm like, dude, I'm tired. Like, this is just I don't even work every single day of the week. I can imagine working 12 hours every
7 days.
single
That's
day.
crazy. That's too much. That's too much.
You get nothing. You're just, the boys, show creator or something like that. Someone that worked on the boys, someone high up, used to work for Marvel, and he was asked like basically about all this writer strike and stuff going on. He's like, "Oh, do you miss it?" And he's like, "Dude, working for Marvel was literally the worst thing ever." He's like, "I'm glad that I am now working for the boys." I don't know. I don't know if they are writers that were working on the boys are also striking, but at least in comparison to Marvel, it's better. It might still be bad, but at least in comparison to Marvel, the work environments are better. So
I mean, I will agree because they're not pushing every project every freaking moment. So I will 100% agree with that person. Shoot, like Amazon is doing great stuff right now, and they're taking their sweet time. Like for example, Invincible's taking forever to drop second season. They just announced second season's dropping this year by the end of probably like fall winter area. It's gonna drop, but they're taking the time, and I'm pretty sure the CGI on that, I mean, was animation, but the CGI is gonna look good. It's not gonna look crappy animation. And probably for
but
the
you
boys
don't
too.
even know if they're really taking their time because Spider Verse 5 years apart from the first one,
Yeah.
and they were still overworked.
I mean, I think me thinking, I don't think Spider-Man had a set date when they started working. So I think they were just working and said, okay, let's drop it this day, and then I'm pretty sure they were almost done. So they were crunching the minutes until they were done. Um, but if that's the
The
case,
writer's a fake release date. I mean,
probably.
none of them had access to Google, so they couldn't know. It was basically North Korea inside of the writers' room.
Oh my
They
god.
had their own Google, so they couldn't access the real Google. And they're like, "Oh, you search up Spider Versus date, and it's actually a fake date."
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, that's I guess three interesting pieces of news. We had no news about the writer's strike, but we talked about it, and then we talked about Jonathan Majors and the Superman casting, which is exciting. Now we are going into Secret Invasion, episode 2, and we're going full spoilers. So messy,
You have been warned.
you have been warned. Watch the episode before watching our episode. Um, Spider Verse, not Spider Verse. Secret Invasion. Go ahead and say I like this episode better than the first one.
I agree. This episode was
And
better.
I thought there was a lot of interesting stuff. Before I go any further, this was because this part was also in the first episode. It's going to be in every single episode. The music, the theme song. I can't remember off the top of my head anymore, just because of all the technical difficulties we were going through the past couple hours. But the music for like the scrolls, like this really cool theme song that is really cool. So I just wanted to point that
I,
out there.
I
I'm sure other people think it's really cool.
I should stop skipping the intro.
No, well, it is in the intro too, but you hear it all throughout the episode.
Oh, I wouldn't know because I skipped the intro. I don't know what song is in the intro, so I wouldn't know it's the same song. So,
But you can hear, I don't know. It's like Wonder Woman. You always hear the same. Batman. You remember Batman?
yeah,
They played the same theme like throughout the entire movie. So
yeah,
it's kind
sir.
of like that for the episode. I thought I really like the theme. Anyways, it started off with a flashback, a callback to Captain Marvel, and then a scene that basically post Captain Marvel that we didn't get before. And Nick Fury was saying, "Hey, you do this, I'll do this. Like you keep your end, I'll keep my end." Fast forward, what, 30 plus years? That was in the 90s, and we're in 2026, I believe, in the Marvel world. So 30 plus years, basically, um, including the blip, and basically a lot of scrolls feel cheated.
Yeah. I I kind of did like the beginning and just with the flashback and the callback to Captain Marvel. Um, I did like the introduction to the bad guy. I forget his name. It was something with the G. Um, the bad guy. That's the kid that's at the beginning. Um, and I get it. I get it. I don't get it and I get it at the same time. I get it like they felt abandoned by their leader. Like quote unquote the leader was Nick Fury because he was like the I don't know, like their guide or whatever
Yeah,
to Earth. Um
they put their trust in him in a
and him.
sense.
And then after the blip, he came back and then obviously they made it really obvious in the first episode that he wasn't the same person. He left. I guess he felt like that loss that Thor had on Endgame in the beginning. That he's like, damn, I lost. And then like he got to this mental state that he had to leave and separate his literally from Earth. Like he left Earth. Um, so I get it, but they felt abandoned and they just screw y'all guys. We are stronger, smarter, and better than you guys, so we're gonna take over. And I guess not everybody's on the same boat as him. Like Talos is like against that. But I haven't really seen so many scrolls that are on Team Talos, other than the lady from the council. But so far, I think Talos is the only scroll that's good. I haven't seen any other good scrolls. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, there's also, as we learned, a million scrolls living
Oh,
on Earth.
yeah, it's more
So
probably more scrolls than
I
humans in the world right now. So I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised.
blew my mind. I was like, a million scrolls. Okay, that conversation is actually really funny. Uh, because he's like, tell me something I don't know. And he's like, well, there's a million of us on here. He's like, what the fuck? You know, he didn't say that, but that's basically what went through his mind. Like,
I
he's
thought he
like,
was being
oh, I wish I
sarcastic.
never asked that question.
I thought he was being sarcastic. Like Nick Fury. I thought when he said that, it's like, because I don't know. He sounded super sarcastic when he said it. It's like, okay, that's a joke. And then he kept playing along. It's like, oh shit, there's a lot of scrolls on Earth at this moment. So that whole interaction was kind of sarcastically funny in a sense.
It was funny because Talos was like, "Oh, I wanted basically I want humans and scrolls to coexist," and Nick Fury's like, "Humans and humans can't even coexist."
I
It was just too funny because it's so true.
mean, it's true.
We
Yeah,
can't. We hate each other.
we're greedy people.
So it's like how you expect a whole nother species to coexist with humans?
I mean, they've been
It
doing
makes
it.
sense.
They've been doing it for like over 30 years. There've been scrolls on Earth for over
Yeah, but
30.
that's like secretly.
So they're running.
That's not coexisting
They
if
are
you're
they are
existing, if you're hiding.
they're hiding as humans. I guess you want to call it like that. But they've been running stuff on government on television. They those people that believe lizards are running the whole world. On the MCU is real. There's
Yeah.
lizard people running the whole world. Like they're running stuff. which I just don't understand the point of the bad guy. Like you already scrolls are already running stuff. Why is the point of taking it over? You already
But he
did.
wants to run everything. He wants humans wiped out.
I don't know. Just make them slave. Make humans slave, and scrolls be the superior race.
You could make humans slaves. But the fact that like you just slow like throughout the episode, I'm sure we're gonna see that throughout the whole season that they're just like scrolls and
And everything,
every in the government and everywhere. Like, God damn. And
everywhere.
someone commented, I believe it was Danny from on our post, and he's like, maybe you guys are scrolls, and I was shit. Maybe I am. Maybe we are. But some other parts that I thought were really cool was the interaction between Nick Fury and
Rhodey
what's the person's name that died? No, not Rhodey.
that died.
Yeah, the
Maria
girl.
Hill.
Maria Hill. Maria Hill's mom. The interaction between Nick Fury and Maria Hill's mom. Because there were two quotes that she said that I thought were like, damn! They hit pretty hard. Was she was asking for the truth of like what happened to my daughter? Because let's be real, if you have a kid and you just find out they're dead in a whole nother country of whatever country you don't even know, and they're like basically flying her back in a casket. They're like they don't even want to tell you. I'm like, dude, can I at least know what happened to her? And she said the quote of basically the soldiers or the government officials were talking to her and were like, oh, this our country, basically the United States owes you a debt. And she's like, well, apparently the truth isn't part of the debt that I'm owed. And I was like, damn, like, yeah, the whole country owes you a debt, but they can't give you the truth. That hit hard. And then when Nick Fury told her the truth, well, he didn't tell her. Yeah, he told her the truth. Um, she's she said, "So you're the reason why I'm bringing my daughter back home in a box." I was like, "Damn!" That also hurts. So she was dropping one-liners that were pretty crazy, and I just thought those I like those strong scenes where basically the one-liners, but like the interactions that kind of make you feel the weight of certain things, uh, and I think that kind of felt made you feel a little grander scale of like it humanizes the show in a sense. It humanizes the show, and I think it helps. It makes us like the show better because we're able to put ourselves or our perspective in those shoes of if that were to be us.
Yeah, and and it's true. I feel like I will never know because I have no one really in the military and stuff like that that will go and serve and die. I mean, you sit in a computer, so you're whatever. You're kind of pointless. Like you're never going into war.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's fine. But that's pretty dark in a sense. Like I have a family member who served and died for our country, and it's a top secret. Whatever. You're not gonna tell me how, why, and where that person died. You're just gonna tell me a person died, and then you owe me a grit. Like, are you gonna give me something for it? Like, am I getting something good out of this death? Because it doesn't. I don't feel like the that. I think they just said that as a formality. So like, okay, thank you for giving us your person, and that's it. They just move on with their life. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
For giving
sucky.
us the body, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of sucky. But I do want to mention something about Nick Fury's eye that really bothered me at that specific scene. I don't like his
His
eye at all.
eye?
It bothered me in the whole episode. I didn't really care in the first episode, but this episode was very. I don't know if they put extra makeup on it. I don't know what the hell they did, but it really bothered me. His eye. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why
What
did
don't you get?
I don't
He's
want?
not wearing an iPad.
No, it's not even that. It's just the three scratches, the three lines. Like it looks so It looks so fake. It looks super fake and it's super obvious, and it bothers me so much. I know I'm just nitpicking, but it's like, and that whole scene, literally in that scene, because that's what I noticed it like the most. It's like, why? Why is his eyes like that? I don't want to see. I don't want to see more of this. Like, where's your eye patch at, dude? Put your eye patch back on.
Well, he's gonna get the eye patch at some point in the
At
season.
some
We saw
point,
it in the
yeah.
trailer. So
But I don't.
if that's even him, it might be a scroll. I don't know. But
I don't know. Maybe Talos is gonna die. Watch. I call it 3 times. This is my third time calling it. Talos gonna die as Nick Fury.
you think Talos will die?
Talos gonna die. It's obvious, dude. Talos gonna die.
I think
Peace out.
I think she was the only one that's gonna die.
No, no. I mean, yeah, I guess for her because she's been in the MCU since the very beginning. But Maria Hill, I guess she's dead.
I think Talos is gonna be in the Marvels.
Talking about the Marvels. Comicbook.com. I don't know the date when they dropped this, but comicbook.com dropped an announcement saying that Kobe, which is Maria Hill, is going to be also on that show or movie. Sorry. I don't know if they saw the show Secret Invasions, but she dead. Like
Maybe that was before the episode, and then she said that just to like shake.
throw people off, but comicbook.com wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Comicbook.com is an actual company, dude. Like they get paid for nerd stuff, so
They
like
do get paid.
we don't get paid, so we're just as cool as them, probably even cooler, but sure.
Well, okay. I don't know. I don't think Talos is gonna die. But
Yes.
something that it within that conversation was it within? No, it was not within the conversation. It was actually when he was talking to Rhodey. That one actually was interesting because when the bomb happened, I thought it was like 100 people that died. I'm talking like maybe even a couple hundred. He said 2,000 and counting, and after they take out the gravel or whatever that basically blew up,
Yeah.
it could be double that. That is a crap ton of people that just died on a screen that we just saw. That I don't think we have really gotten that like. Maybe Avengers 2, but we didn't really get a number for Avengers 2. We know someone died, obviously, because Civil War,
Yeah.
but we don't know how many people died.
Yeah.
But
The kill count is pretty high.
basically 4,000. Let's just say 4,000. That is high. That's arguably one of the highest kill counts in the entire MCU.
Well, Thanos got 50% of life.
He didn't die. They disappeared.
That's still dying.
Disappeared and dying are two different things.
I mean, they were pretty dead for 5 years, so they were.
If you were dead, you wouldn't be able to come back.
I mean, they just reversed with the stones, but they're magical stones.
Because
But
Spider-Man said that he felt like it was like 1 second or whatever.
Yeah.
They were just like in another portal.
just like when
Right.
you're in a coma, when you don't remember the time that you were in a coma. You remember the
But
second
you're not
that you
dead when
went.
you're in a coma.
But it's the same thing. It's like when you go to sleep. You don't feel the time. All you remember is you close your eyes and open it back again. You don't remember the time that passed. Yeah, then I remember like, oh yes, I was there for 5 years, and I remember everything that happened. No, it's like a instant second.
Okay, not counting Thanos.
Yes,
of the highest kill counts.
this is one of the highest kill count that we have seen. I'm pretty sure there's higher. I don't know. There probably is more higher kill counts in the MCU, but count it like you said. I don't think so. So yeah, I will agree.
Yeah.
This is the highest one. That's a lot, and that's pretty dark. Like first episode, terrorist attack. I was not expecting that at all. I thought they were gonna stop it.
Anytime, with the exception of Infinity War, anytime I watch a Marvel project, I expect everything to go on the hero side. Matter of fact, anytime I watch a project in general, I don't care if it's superhero or not superhero.
Yeah.
I expect the good guys to win, bad guys to lose.
Then we're. I mean, okay, it's a show too. Like, you get a build. Eventually, Nick Fury's gonna win. He's
Maybe
not gonna lose. I think.
it leads up to Armor Wars.
What if? Okay, prediction time. Talos dies by the main guy, the
Okay.
main bad guy. Because remember in this episode he said, "Oh, I could have killed him, but I didn't." Because he wanted to see Nick Fury once again because he hasn't seen him for I don't know how long, and he said, "Oh, he's old, he's this and that," and he's, "Oh, I could have killed him, but he didn't." What if it gets to the point that this whole scenario happens again, and then he actually kills him, but it's actually Talos as Nick Fury? Because as before on Spider-Man Far From Home, he does also dress up as Nick Fury. So what if that happens, and then Nick Fury, Liasha Nick Fury, it's like, haha, he does his famous catchphrase, the motherfucker one. Like he says, "Ha, got you, bah." I swear, if he says that, that would be legendary. If he actually says that on the MCU, it will be the second actual F bomb on the MCU. And that happens, but he doesn't kill him. He thinks he did, but he doesn't kill him. And then he will.
He doesn't kill the bad guy, or he doesn't
Yeah,
kill
he doesn't. He doesn't kill the bad guy. Nick Fury doesn't actually kill the bad guy. He thinks he did, but he didn't. And then eventually he will get healed. And then by Armor Wars comes around, he will be better. And then
Well, you know what? That goes into the next. That goes into our next segment, which is basically the end of the episode. Super Scrolls, baby. Super Scrolls are here. They're not here, but they're coming. And I I remember playing the Fantastic Four video game on my PS2 where there was Super Scrolls, and that was super cool. But now we're getting it in live action. And if
without
you don't know what a
Fantastic Four.
super scroll is, it's basically a scroll who obtains powers from other people through basically a machine. They get either something injected in them or something
Yeah.
at them, some sort of machine, and they get powers from any DNA of a superhero that they find. So in this very like 1 second clip, Amelia Clark, her character looked at a screen and she found Groot.
Yep.
She found a Frost Beast, which is basically from Loki's world
Yep.
in Thor. And she found Cole Obsidian, which is one of Thanos's minions, basically the big minion with the hammer who is swinging at Spider-Man and Iron Man and all that. And then Extremis, which are basically the people from Iron Man 3 who had the super soldier serum and would like blow up and
Yeah.
stuff. So you could combine them into a certain person. You could just have one and then have like everyone has a different power. Like there's a bunch of things that they could go with this. They'll probably do a mixture of both. But like you were saying with your prediction, maybe this main bad guy, I can't believe both of us don't remember his name, but maybe this main bad guy gets
One of his powers.
like
yeah.
multiple of these powers, and he's basically like this super beast. And Armor Wars happens. What's the other one? Thunderbolts happen. Like there are things that could happen. It could even be connected to Task 4, maybe. I don't know. But Super Skulls is like a big thing in Marvel Comics.
I think that's what
But
leads to Secret
it's really
Wars.
interesting.
I think that will eventually lead to Secret Wars. Like all this
Yeah,
stuff will
I mean,
lead up
it could
to
be.
it. I want to two things. The good thing when I saw that on because I was watching it, and then she opened the computer and I saw Groot. I saw it for the first time. I was like, okay, and then I saw all this stuff, and then it hit me. Groot, let me rewind and actually read the stuff. It's like, no, they
You're
did
like,
it.
"Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and I read it's like they have a tree, like a cut. I'm guessing I don't know, probably on Endgame or Infinity War. probably Endgame. Endgame, he was on Earth. Um, he broke. Oh, he was on Infinity War on Earth too on Wakanda. I don't know, whatever. He broke something, I guess, and they just took his DNA. But that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool callback for him from
Guardians 4, when he basically got
four.
put to shreds by sorry, Guardians 3, when he, in the beginning, when he
But how is
was
that?
just ahead in Adam Warlock. What if one of those people on that planet is a scroll that just got a piece of wood? Look,
It could be. It could be one of those three possibilities that they managed to get it. But that was pretty cool for Easter egg. That Guru was mentioned on this. And the other thing I did want to mention, talking about Armor Wars and like Rhodey is like the main character of that movie. How many times did you count that Rhodey said, "Oh, I'm gonna suit up and I'm gonna just bomb these people up"? He
that
said
was
it.
funny.
He said like
Rhodey
so
was
many
ready
times.
to just throw hands with everybody.
Exactly. And then he had the whole conversation with Nick Fury, saying like I'm like I'm protecting myself and this all the stuff that I'm doing with the government and politics. Like they were having this like argument between each other, who has a higher rank and whatever. And I think by the end of the show, Nick Fury's gonna be like, okay, F y'all, I want to be War Machine again and actually bomb everybody up. I think that's what I'm guessing
He's
because
definitely gonna be War Machine by the
eventually,
end of this.
yeah, because first episode and this episode, he's like more government than what he was before. Just
He's a politician.
yeah, now
Makes
he's more of a politician
Not a politician,
than
but he's like working for politicians.
yeah, because before he was a general, a colonel, whatever. Or just
Colonel,
just that. Now he's a colonel working for politicians because of the armor that he has. He is, and obviously he has saved the world multiple times with all the Avengers and stuff. So he has a higher role now. So I think he's sitting in his head like, okay, I gotta protect my own. I gotta make sure that I'm doing stuff right and whatnot. But I think he's like, okay, y'all too much. I need to like step back and be who I was before, and then bomb your asses. So I think that's gonna happen eventually with him, because he was kind of annoying in the episode. It's like, you're not gonna help me out, bro.
Well, he was basically saying like, you really think that this giant scale event where there's millions of another species living among us and we can't even tell, you think you're just gonna solve this by yourself? No, not happening, pal. So you definitely were gonna see him like just take things on his own and be like, you know what, all right, I'm tired of this, I'm doing it. And then something, it's definitely gonna lead into Armor Wars. I mean, it's obvious, it's confirmed, but how exactly are they gonna do it? I don't know.
Oh.
But honestly, I am this show is intriguing. Like
Yeah.
I know we very much hyped it up before the show even came out, saying it could be one of the best ones, if not the best one. And the first one, it was a little bit of a letdown. But you know what? Like we said last episode, we don't really get good first episodes. So I'm enjoying it so far, at least as a second episode, and hopefully they don't have a rush finale on the
They will.
sixth one, because
They will. They will.
I think here I don't think they will.
They
And
will.
my reason being is because it directly connects to a movie. So I think it will just be like a cliffhanger. I don't think it's going to be rushed, because I think it's basically the intro to a movie. Versus the other shows were not directly connected to anything else.
Miss Marvel was Rush, and she's 100% connected to the Marvels.
It wasn't directly connected.
It is very connected.
The post-credit scene was.
But it is leading up to it. What if this show ends nothing to do with the next show, but the post credit scene does? It's the same thing. It's gonna lead up to it. It's gonna rush to. It's gonna be rushed.
I'm just saying
It's
my
gonna,
prediction.
don't try to
I'm just saying
save
my
it.
prediction.
Your prediction sucks. It's it's gonna rush. It's gonna be rushed just like every other episode. Like we should be get. I am preparing myself. No, I'm already prepared. I'm not preparing myself. I am already prepared for a disappointment on the last episode because it always happens. I'm so excited. Oh, they're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. Nothing happens. The bad guy loses the win, and the good guy wins. That's pretty much it. I want to see the bad guy lose. I mean, the bad
But
guy lose.
maybe the
See.
bad guy might win.
I want to see that.
Because it connects to Armor Wars.
I honestly want to see the actual relation between Armor Wars and this. So far, I haven't gotten any. Like, okay, this may lead up to that. So far, I haven't seen that because when you say Armor Wars, what is the first thing that comes to your head? I think actual Armor Wars is gonna be Armor's
stuff.
Exactly. What does Iron Man stuff has to do with any of this?
Mm.
Exactly. So I think what's the second movie? Yeah, the second movie, Iron Man 2.
Rhodey.
No, not Rhodey. The bad guy, not Whiplash. The other genius who has his own company with guns and stuff like that.
That's Iron Man 1.
That's Iron Man 2. The guy that hires Whiplash to build his own Iron Man suits and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know his name.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I think he's part of everything that's gonna happen in Armor Wars. Because who else is gonna be?
You think they're gonna bring him back?
They should. Why not? Why not? I don't think anybody else will be the like wild bad guy, like unless they bring someone else from the comics that
Skrulls.
Probably. Skrull's gonna lead up. This is gonna lead up to Secret Wars for sure. I'm putting it right now.
You think Skrulls are connected to Secret Wars?
Of course they are. Okay. Mind you, if you're listening to this, if you have listened to this podcast this far, I'm gonna let you know right now. We do not read comics at all. So
we read some comics.
We have not read a single comics. We read covers and maybe what people post on TikTok or on Instagram. But my point is, we have not read Secret Wars or what happens on Secret Wars. All we know, Secret War is based off this multiverse stuff with a bunch of different variations of characters come in and place in a battle. And the person in charge of that is Doctor Doom. That's all I know. Kang is the reason why it happens, but Doctor Doom takes over. Like, that's why we thought Doctor Doom was going to be introduced on Wakanda forever, because he eventually will lead up to it. But it didn't happen. Another letdown. Yeah, but we don't read comics. We're not comic book nerds. We're just movie nerds. Which happens to be based on comics. But yeah, but other than that, whatever. That's just a little side note, just so you don't judge us as hard. But now, Denny, this is the last scene of the episode. I was not expecting Nick Fury to be married to a Skrull. I was not expecting that at all.
Wait, what?
To the very last scene of the episode.
She's a Skrull?
Okay. Did you watch the episode?
Mind you, I was setting up for the podcast at the time that the last scene was playing, and I saw that she was like, "Oh, you're missing something," and then he put on his wedding ring. And he's married. How about that?
God.
And then she's like, "You're missing something else," and I thought they kissed or something.
Oh,
I thought that was it.
My God.
She turned green.
She was green before. She was cooking. Okay. This is how this scene happens.
I didn't. I must have not looked away from the TV at that scene.
That part. This is how the last scene happens. Nick Fury gets on a car.
Bro, she's married to a Skrull.
Nick Fury gets in his car. He drives to this random ass house. I don't know where he's going. And then the camera goes inside, and there's a Skrull cooking, just dicing some carrots. I don't know what she was doing. She was a Skrull. She was green, wearing the same shirt, same jewelry. And then we go to Nick Fury, and then Nick Fury goes to the kitchen, and there's a woman there, regular human woman. And then she goes, "Oh, you're missing something." And then he goes, puts his ring on, and then you missing something else. And then they start making out. I'm like, no, he didn't. This whole time he had a wife. He had a Skrull wife. He has a Skrull wife. Nick Fury has an alien wife.
Alien. Never mind. You
Cancelled.
can fill in the context if
Oh my god.
you can fill in the context if you want to. Point is, he's married to an alien. That's interesting. Okay. There's so many jokes I could do, but I'm not going to.
Nope.
I already
No.
got like 5 lined up in my
Wait,
in my
you
pocket.
can tell me after we stop recording.
I'm not gonna say any. I'm just saying it's kind of funny. I'm a terrible person. Anyways, I think that's a good way to finish off our show. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm Daniel Perez, but I already said that at the beginning. But you can find me at Danny42 with 3 N's, 2 is taken. I'm very sorry for my technical difficulties today, and I'm just out of it. I'm just out of it today. It's been a weird day.
It's okay.
So you can find me there. You can follow me. I'm private, but if you let me know that you're not Russia or China, I will follow you back. But you can also follow him instead.
You can follow me at Messi.17_ on Instagram. But if you don't want to follow us individually, you can always follow us on Qualified Heroes on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, and also Apple Podcasts, where you can listen and stream our latest episodes and also reels. We are keeping up with that stuff as well. So if you hear a reel and you want to hear more about it, go check it out. Like I said, Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube, where we are streaming and sharing our stuff. Other than that, that is the end of the episode.
Foreign countries are welcome to follow our podcast.
That's very sketchy. You do work. I'm not going to say talking too much. No comment. Peace out, guys. Bye, 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 bye.